the 90-Day Happiness Challenge. It is Matthew Embrey-McClain, the Shamanic Happiness Coach, here with my two little puppies. They're outside of the view of the screen of the camera, but that's okay. So, welcome to day number 30. You have made it. This means that if you have been participating, today is your last day to catch up, to post, and get all your things in order. If you need help with doing that, reach out to me. Please, please, please. You can find me on Facebook, or you can, my number is on my website, shamanichappinesscoach.com, right there in the beginning. You can text me, you can call me, whatever it is. And what else? You could also email me if you feel comfortable doing that. Matthew at shamanichappinesscoach.com is what it would be. So for today, day 30, this part is super powerful because we have gone through our routines, we've gone through the process of building up a routine, gone through the process of breaking down the old, understanding that we change, understanding that we grieve, understanding that we celebrate, understanding how to create emotions, a whole bunch of other things, understanding how energy and emotions are stored in the body. We also have been shown, what else? What connection is like, what vulnerability is like. We've been shown a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, a whole bunch of things that are going to cultivate happiness within us, especially if we continue our practice. So today we are in the energy of continuing our routine. So just continue your physical routine. We're getting practice with that. I'm here to support you to make sure that you get into the comfortability of having a routine. We broke that down a couple days ago about what that's like. The things that will come up for you to prevent you from completing a routine or establishing a new one because you have old programming. We've gone through the fact that as those things come up, you can use previous tools to help you understand how to release those things or where they might be stuck in the body. We've gone through, what else for this? To understand that we will create obstacles in our way just because of like the patterns that we used to engage in. And so we're always in the space of physically and actively creating something new. So now we are going to put in something into our brain, into our head for today, in addition to just continuing your path. And this is going to help to ground you in where you are. Because some of us might have this understanding of like, right, there's so much change going on with these 30 days. Yes, that's true. And if we think that stagnicity is a normal thing, then let us mourn that. Let's let go of this myth that things stay the same. We just don't often pay attention to how quickly things do change and how the projection of solidity, I guess, of our environment, of our circumstances, actually is a really big hindrance in holding us back. Because maybe you even have a projection of who you are, and you haven't let it go yet. Maybe you know that your life is meant to be doing something much bigger than where you are. Maybe you know that you are meant to make a bigger impact on this planet, or just for a small niche, right? That is extremely important, whatever that would be. And you won't get past the you grew up with, the you that everybody told you were, the you that through these life experiences you thought defined, defined who you was. And maybe there's been trauma or celebrations or huge successes that have driven you on a path that is like, this is what my life looks like. And this is the extent of it. This is the extent of my joy. This is the extent of my experiences. This is my extent of contribution. And yet you're still making a contribution, but you may think that that's the extent of it. Well, that's a myth. Okay, we don't know what's happening next. And as we continuously go to the inner spaces of who we are and how we show up in the world, we come into this cohesion of like a collective consciousness of growth and expansion of who the individual is and respecting who this diverse person is. And we notice that as we explore ourselves, we actually give more people to do the same thing. We give them the space, and we can hold a container for them to do the same thing, to explore who they are, who they want to be, what contributions could be in this world. Because who knows, you might have the skills to be able to correct or make better a situation on this planet that maybe other people have tried, and maybe they've gone about some similar method that you've thought of, but you haven't done it yet. You haven't spoken with your accent, with your excitement, with your life experiences about something that needs to be whole in this, or needs to be revealed that it is whole in this world. I always like to say that we're not fragmented people oftentimes, or beings. We think that we are. Maybe we're too lonely, or we don't deserve this, or these things that define us as fragments of a person. But the reality is that we're a whole person. We just may feel that we are wounded or something of that nature because we aren't paying attention to the moment and to how, and we aren't educated, let's say, on how to generate happiness of the moment and how to generate the purpose of the moment, or how to keep going forward. We haven't just gained those skills yet, and that's okay, because we all arrive at our journey exactly when we were supposed to. Exactly when we were supposed to. Not an event sooner, or not an event after, right? So for this challenge, this day, is to realize that the investment that you're doing right now will have a drastic payoff a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. What you're doing to create new habits, to gain new skills, has an effect for the rest of your life. When being a meditation teacher as well, I often inform people of the studies, so to speak, that show how quickly we can change our brain. And with just meditating, with just focusing on the breath. And it might seem like a daunting task in some way, about like meditating an hour a day, so to speak, and just doing mindful breathing exercises, or doing compassionate mindful meditation for an hour a day. And that might seem like a lot, right? But if we're doing just 60 hours of meditation, which is super simple to do, an advanced meditator is generally somebody who has proficiency and a constant meditation practice that has over 2,000 hours of meditation under their belt. So they know, and they've gone through the experiences, they understand what it's like to go from the transition of not being in control, not being mindful, not being sovereign, into a mindful state, and then this flow, and how to incorporate themselves within the world. And that's a big thing. That's huge, because it's setting them free. So for somebody who's maybe never meditated, this is a perfect time for you to go ahead and start that kind of a habit. Really, we are meditating through this entire challenge. It's kind of a secret that's not really a secret. We meditate 24/7. It's just that we think that meditation takes place for 10 minutes a day or so. That's what media tells us. But as we get into this space of like, wow, a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now could be completely different, and I don't know what's going to happen like in the interim, but I'm going to try to show up in the best space that I can. That means that you could accomplish a life-changing goal within 30 days, within 60 days, within 90 days, a life-changing goal. I'm not talking about something small. I'm talking about something big that could really set you up on a bigger trajectory that we have no idea, that our brain can't even conceptualize to do. So, huge. And what if this challenge is exactly what you needed to put you into a space to make a very big impact in the world? Who knows what it could be exactly, but there's inspiration that is hiding within you, that is asking to be released. There's a new energy, a new form of energy that is being grounded on this planet right now. And as you are going into this new you, changing from the old you into the new you, letting go of these old patterns of experiences and things that you used to think that that's who you were. But as you do this, you're grounding in the new framework for the planet even. Because as all of us do this kind of work, whenever we arrive to it, it naturally is the cognitive evolution of the culture on the planet. And if you are called to be part of that, to be on the tip of the arrow, so to speak, as it's shot off into the distance, as you're part of one of those change makers, that's a pretty powerful goal, or a pretty powerful life calling. And it could be of anything, right? There's a lot of services out there that haven't been met yet, or that need to be redefined, right? So have faith in yourself and your path. So on day 3 of this, or day 30 of this challenge, we are again exploring how this new physical routine is changing us up, how it's asking us to play bigger, how it's asking us to change and play differently, so that we don't play in a way that's not for our grace and highest good. And the card that came up today, I think I've drawn this actually before in this challenge, and it's called the Eagle Spirit It's from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully there's no glare. I'm not sure. But there's that guy. And I drew the eagle spirit, and it says, Spirit has your back. It was reversed when I drew it, and which just means that, I'll hold this up again. Give me a little hit. There you go. You can pause the video if you need to. And then continue on when you're ready. When this is reversed, when eagle's flying upside down, so to speak, it's telling you that the reason why you feel uncomfortable, maybe this is in your old life, is because you are meant to be bigger than where you are right now. You are what you are here to do on this planet. Some of the goals that you have to do are monumental, and they are in this view that is above drama. It is above the smallness in life. It is above any littleness or lack. It's fully in the river of abundance, so to speak. And the world is just waiting for you to recognize your importance, for you to wake up and download, I guess we could say, the happiness that is coming through you from your life experiences, from your world point of view as you change and as you develop into this new being, the bigger you, the more authentic you. The world is waiting for that. And so it is really a time for you to play bigger right now, because we may think that all this change and everything is a language of diminishment, or like, I'm not good enough, why didn't I have this before, and all these things, and that's not true. The bigger part of this challenge in this life is to understand that we are meant to come here to understand who we are and how we are meant to exist on this planet. And as you do that and you solidify, you ground in who you are, that is playing bigger. That is establishing the eagle point of view of you. That is flipping you from flying upside down as an eagle to right side up. So really feel into that for today's challenge, is understanding, how am I grounding in this new me? What does that feel like? So that is your journal entry assignment for today. Go ahead and post that. So, share the video, use the hashtag of 90 Day Happiness Challenge. Also tag me, Matthew Embrey-McClain Shamanic Happiness Coach. By the end of today, I will have an entire list of everybody who's participating, who's completed all the way up to day number 30. And the winner will be drawn tomorrow, dun dun dun, live right here. And we will also go into the next phase of who we be. So, for help, you've seen it on almost every video. Wednesday meditation. Tune in if you are called. It could just be you and I, and we're going to do some work together. Otherwise, it could be 10 people, maybe 100. Who knows how many people show up? I don't even know until I get in there. The Friday in-person meditation, if you are within the Reno, Sparks, Sierra Nevada area, you can come and join in person. We follow all the safety guidelines and everything like that are possible. And we have a nice experience at redirecting and shaking up what the foundation of meditation is like, and how that expands us and who we be. And what else? That's a really good space to be in, because it helps us to understand what stories keep us down. And we don't really cover that too much in this 90 Day Happiness Challenge. But maybe we'll get there in another 10-day segment or so. So anyway, with light and love, I say go ahead and share this video, tag anybody that you want to within it who could possibly follow the 90 Day Happiness Challenge. For day number 31 all the way to day number 60, there is a new prize going to be available. I will announce it later. And anybody who wants to participate to try and get that one, all they have to do is complete the first 30 days. Crucial. Complete those first 30 days. Then complete the next 30 days. So you have a total of 60 days. At the end of that, congratulations, you will be in the prize, or the drawing for the prize. The more you get behind, the more you understand that you have procrastinating behavior that is not good for your is not here for your grace and highest good, and it's time for you to change that. FYI. I've gotten messages saying, I'm so behind and all these things, and then, yes, I validate you, I see that, and it's time for you to catch up, because that is energy for you to let go of, right? And I might be making some comments today on some people's posts, so we'll see. Tag, post, all that good stuff. We're ready and set. Here we go. Have a good day today. With light and love, namaste. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.